Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to look about the junctional epithelium, the basic concept behind junctional epithelium and how it gets attached to the tooth structure basically. So normally if you see, a lot of students have doubted this. So I'm going to tell you in a very simplified way, in a very simple way, how the junctional epithelium is attached to the tooth structure. Okay. Before moving into that, we shall know what is a basement membrane, what is an emidesmosome, and once we know this concept, it will be very easy to really tell what actually happens and what gets attached to the tooth structure. Fine. Okay. Now, basement membrane, if you see as such, it is divided into two structures. I am going to divide that into basal lamina as well as a reticular lamina. Fine. Okay. Now the basal lamina, if we see, it is further divided into lamina lucida and lamina densa. Right. Okay. And as any basal membrane, it will have type 4 collagen. It will have some proteins in it, like collagens, like very important protein, if you ask me. It contains laminin 5. Okay. So the laminin 5 is very important. Just keep that in your mind. I'll tell you where it is actually used. Okay. And now this basal lamina is further divided into lamina lucida and lamina densa, as we discussed. And the lamina lucida is electron lucent layer and the lamina densa is electron dense layer. Just keep that in your mind. And coming to the emidesmosomes. Emidesmosomes, if you see, it is an anchoring junction. Right? It helps the cell to attach to the extracellular matrix. Like it helps to attach the epithelium to the basement membrane. Very simple. Very simple. But to do that, the emidesmosomes cannot directly come and attach to a structure in the basement membrane, in specific the basal lamina. So what is needed is a link between the emidesmosome and the basal lamina, right? So the link, what I say here, is the major link protein, which is integrins. So the integrin, they are going to connect the emidesmosomes to some structure in the basal lamina. What is that structure? That is what we previously said, the laminin 5, the laminins. So the laminins basically have receptors for this integrins, which is a major link protein between the emidesmosomes and the basal lamina. This is how the emidesmosomes attaches the epithelium to the extracellular matrices. Okay, and emidesmosomes as such, within itself, it has various proteins like urbins, BP130, BP230, BP180. So it is a lot of things. BP230 is a bullous pemphigoid antigen. So we are not going to discuss about that. So just remember that this is the process how the emidesmosomes gets attached. Now if you come to the junctional epithelium, the junctional epithelium, if you see, it has two basement membranes. Like if you take any structure, it has only one basement membrane, but junctional epithelium has two basement membranes. If you take, this is the tooth, okay, this is a tooth, and the junctional epithelium, this is the junctional epithelium, and it has two basement membranes, right? The one which is facing towards the tooth is the internal basal lamina. Keep that in your mind, it's the internal basal lamina. And the one which faces the connective tissue is the external basal lamina, right? So the internal basal lamina is not a true basement membrane. It does not have type 4 collagen, it does not have type 7 collagen, but it has laminins. So the laminins is where the emidesmosomes get attached, and this internal basal lamina is the one that gets attached to the enamel. And the internal basal lamina is again split into, as we know, lamina lucida and lamina densa. The lamina densa faces the enamel, and the lamina lucida is where the emidesmosomes gets attached. And what is the role of the emidesmosomes here is, they are basically going to anchor this internal basal lamina to the tooth structure. They are going to help in attachment of this internal basal lamina to the tooth structure. So in a very simple term, the junctional epithelium is attached to the tooth by the internal basal lamina, and the emidesmosomes, they play an anchoring role of this internal basal lamina to the tooth structure. So this is a very small concept. I know as such it can be dealt very deeply, but I am telling you in a very simple way, in a very simplified way. So this was one of the very frequently asked doubts, and this was it is a lot of confusion among a lot of students, and I hope it gets a little bit clear now. And coming to the revised NEET cutoff scores, I will just put it here. So this was the revised NEET cutoff scores, as you can see there. So the cutoffs has been drastically reduced for general category. It is reduced to 31.065, and for ST and ST OBC candidates, it has been reduced to 21.065, and for unreserved physically disabled candidates, it is reduced to 26.065, and it has been released day before yesterday. So please check it and calculate your cutoff marks. If you are eligible, please go and apply if you want. So and if you think this video has helped you a bit, please share with your friends, and thank you for watching this video. Have a great day. Thank you.